Well, Miss Vida Javid is on her way.
Awesome.
And before we started recording this, I said to Shams, Grandma Vita's coming over, okay? Now I want you to be patient with her and show her love and kindness because I know that she can be bossy sometimes. To which he said,
She's very bossy.
always.
Always bossy.
I said, well, maybe you can tell her. Grandma Vida, I want to have a good time with you, but can you try not to be so bossy
Chill the fuck out, man.
to me? We'll see if he says it, and moreover,
We'll see
what
how it
her
goes.
reaction is. Yeah. Welcome, you dorkalicious dirties, to a new episode of Till the Dirt with Tommy and MJ.
Ew.
It is raining outside, but it started off sunny and warm.
No, it was never sunny.
We had
It was never warm.
we had a beautiful weekend. It was
Magical.
warm and sunny yesterday.
Yesterday was warm and sunny.
And, we had like the idyllic day where husband and wife and child and dog spend time together in the yard, throwing a ball, doing family things, very Norman Rockwell.
Totally.
And then I got a wild hair because you were trying to send me around on a lot of errands.
No, it wasn't. Stuff I would take care of in 20 minutes.
Shams was like, I want an apple. So I was like, oh, I want to go get you an apple.
Yeah. And then you wanted to go to return things at Amazon.
And I did the UPS drop-offs, and that was amazing. And there's no lines in the valley. Like, you just don't have rushes and crowds and anything.
Certain times in the day, like when school just gets out a little bit, but for the most part, there's really not a lot. It's one of the great parts of living out here, actually.
Yeah, and it's like I've again had a run-in with an apple. I was not keen on those prices, honey.
Yeah, then they are pricey.
I went so I'm like, never in my life have I ever thought apples were something I would be looking for a bargain.
Yeah.
Here we are. And like I'm like, okay, well, I know that all the apples kind of look alike. The crispy Gala apples, where the Fuji apples and like the honey. So I need the Honey Crisp apples because I'm trying to divert way more sweet, sugary things, right? So the fruit has to be, it has to hit right.
How about them apples?
And so I'm casing the joint in the grocery store. Pavilions, that's like the best one, except I heard there's that one called Audi, like the car.
I've never heard of that.
I'm like, all right, let me do a couple laps. They're all $3.99 per pound. So my apple was around that much, maybe a little bit more than a pound. It's a larger apple. And yeah, it was $5 again. And I was pissed. I was like, listen, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but
You are.
should they cost that much?
Savor the flavor, kid.
You know what else? I was going to get the, do you guys know about those green grapes that are called cotton candy grapes? Are those engineered?
I don't know. But I found out broccoli's engineered. Broccoli's not a real thing.
So
like everybody's always talking about eating broccoli. Broccoli doesn't grow from the ground. It's all engineered. It's made.
it's completely fake?
Yes, completely fake.
It is not real. It's
Not real. It's a mix of like two vegetables. I think it's like cauliflower and something else.
Now, is that the only fake fruit that's for veggies?
I don't know. But this is a hell of a way to start off the podcast, ladies and gents.
Listen,
Yeah.
the hard-hitting news.
Yeah.
Our goldfish, sorry, Nini, but our goldfish turn 1 because it is Persian New Year.
Oh, yes. Happy Persian New Year, everybody.
Yes, it is Monday. Excuse me. It is March 20th. It is spring equinox. It is the first day of Renaissance. Shout out Shakespeare, William Shakespeare.
As opposed to Daryl Shakespeare.
Well, I just wanted to floss that I know his first name.
Okay. We're all stunned. Fuck.
Daryl.
We're all stunned.
Maybe we should name our second kid Shakespeare.
Maybe.
A lot of people ask if we're going to have 2 kids or more or whatever.
Yes.
God is good. God is great. Somebody stole my lemonade.
I'm good.
Same.
Yeah.
Besides, remember, not to beat a dead horse, but I think you become Uber for children after they start sports?
Well, today was our first, I know there's been other times, but today was the first time since we've had Shams that I felt like, oh, this is what they're talking about.
What do you mean? Like
we were up at the crack of dawn to get them ready to go to T-ball. And then from T-ball, we had to go do a birthday party. Like it felt like that what people are always talking about. And if you had 2 kids,
then
like
it
this
would
is
be really bad.
Then there's she's got ballet. And then, and so it's just, I see what people are talking about. It was just a little snapshot. And I'm sure it's a lot more to come. But today was that first little taste.
Now,
of that craziness.
Everyone who's listening either doesn't have any kids or has a lot of kids, and they're like, "Oh, honey, it gets worse." So if that was the case,
I don't think worse.
Yeah,
I'm
going to say worse.
I don't think it was bad. It was cool. Today was just the first real experience of that for me.
Okay, I have a question for you though. Let's say that we did have baseball games and whatever you said, multiple birthday parties. You and I were going to have to divide and conquer. Are you cool with missing one of the kids' practice?
Well, there's always priority. It's what he likes. You know what I mean? For example, if he takes piano lessons and he does baseball, but he likes to play the piano more than baseball, then we're going to go to the piano lesson.
Which also means that the parents have to divide and conquer.
Well, we don't. We got 1 kid.
No,
yeah,
but
2 kids you do.
Exactly. I'm trying to understand that scenario.
Yeah, thank God we don't have to, because I wouldn't. That'd be a little much. I do have to say, my kid sucks.
No.
He sucks. Yeah.
Actually, lower your voice.
No, I told him it's all right, and I just all I care is that he has fun and he's happy. I'm never gonna. I love baseball. I love sports, but I'm never gonna push that on him. I have a friend of mine that kind of did, and the kids. Like now at a point, he doesn't like the sports. You know what I mean? And he was always really good. But now he doesn't even he doesn't watch them. He doesn't play them. I don't want that to happen to my son. So if he likes it, great. If he doesn't, great. I told him today to go and have fun, run around, play in the dirt, and he did. But he was terrible. He looked like he was the worst one.
Well, he's so handsome that it's not. Here's the thing. It's not like he's always going to be the worst one.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But it's not the first weekend that we've had overlapping birthdays and gone up at the crack of dawn. You just didn't come to those.
Yeah. And I'm not going to most. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. I do enough for my son. A lot of those dads that are there don't do what I do for my kid. So I'll go to every baseball game. I will be there at every sporting event. And if he has a show or something like that. But I'm definitely not doing all the birthday parties. That's like, I'll blow my head off. Yeah.
You'll blow your head off, huh?
Absolutely. Right in the car. I'll send him into the party, and then I'll blow my brains out right in the
Why not in
lot.
front of everybody?
Because that'd be a little much at the party.
Why would
that'd
it sends a message?
That'd be a little traumatizing. No, doing it in the parking lot will send the message. Plus, I'll leave a note. I hate your fucking stupid party.
Oh.
And I'll blow my brains right out.
I guess it's about you, not the kids,
absolutely.
right?
Well, again, it's not his party. It's someone else's, right? So, yeah.
For their enjoyment.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
Speaking of birthdays, your son is coming up on his 4th birthday.
Yep.
So we've got Persian New Year, first day of spring. I got to say, springing
before
forward.
we get into any of this,
I know.
This is
I know
nonsense to me. Nonsense. No offense, people out there listening. I don't give a shit about any of this.
Can I tell you what I think you're going to say?
I've had 2 major developments, personal developments in my life that have happened in the last week. First and foremost, just for a little heads up for people out there, with the surgery, because people wanted to keep me posted about the ones looking to do it for themselves. Still a little hurt. My throat hurts a little bit. I got a pretty bad earache, and I've had it since I've had the procedure. But other than that, I'm still getting no sleep, but they haven't turned the device on yet.
I'm going to call the doctor tomorrow morning at the crack of dawn and say,
but first and foremost,
check his ear.
This week, the owner of the New York Mets, his wife, slid into my DMs.
His sister-in-law.
No, his wife.
Oh, okay, what's her name?
Alex Cohen.
Shout out Alex Cohen.
Shout out Alex Cohen. Now, his beautiful, fantastic, glorious sister is the one that made the connection. She is a big fan of my wife. She knows that I'm a huge Met fan, so she told Alex Cohen about me, and Alex Cohen slid into my DMs to say, hey, hi, I heard you're a big fan. And I was so flabbergasted originally that I didn't respond. I basically took a screenshot and sent it to, I don't know, every person that I know, or that I at least have their phone number for. And then, so a while that transpired. So by happenstance, I went back into the app and I was about to respond to her. And while I was about to respond to her, or I should say beforehand, she sent me another message.
You're so long-winded right now.
To say that, I don't know if you know who I am. You know, it's weird. I'm just some lady messaging you just to let you know my husband owns the Mets. I'm like, lady, I know exactly.
Say less.
Exactly know who you are.
I know who you are.
I know exactly who you are. So I don't know, man. I think we might actually go out to dinner when they're out here for the Dodger games in a few weeks. So for me, like I said, my wife, getting married is probably number one. Everybody that listens to the podcast knows ad nauseum, the birth of my son wasn't a good experience. It was awful. So it's not like, next to my wife and getting married and the birth of my son. No, it's getting married and then having the owner of the Mets slide into my DMs. That's it. That's 1 and 2.
Honestly, I'm shocked that I made the list.
That's Mount Rushmore
on your life events.
Yeah, on my happiest moments.
I honestly am shocked that I made the list.
Well, look at you.
So
I doubt I make yours, so it's all good.
Oh yeah, no, you do.
Yeah,
you're somewhere in there.
Somewhere.
Okay, so Alex, the names I need to learn. Patsy is one.
No,
Patty.
I don't know who that is. She talked to you specifically. I didn't deal with Patty. I don't know who she is.
She's the one that said, "I'm going to send the text message. Send me the video again."
No, she's not. That's Diane Cohen. That's his sister.
I just showed you the text messages.
Do you want to see it again?
Yeah.
Do you want to see it again?
Well, we have to take the phone down and we're using it to record.
And don't worry. I'm right and you're not. Trust me.
Okay. Patty is somebody.
Is somebody. She's
that
a friend
asked me
of
for a
theirs.
video.
No, she's not.
Okay. All right.
Diane Cohen is the sister. I had you send her a message. She got the message. She said that she couldn't share it because it came through Instagram. So she asked you to send it to her again, and you sent her another message through text message. There's no Patty. Patty wasn't involved. It's Diane Cohen.
So there's no Patty.
There is a Patty. There's another friend that they have. I had no correspondence with her.
Oh.
She said, I heard that you spoke with Steve Cohen, with Alex's wife, or with Steve's wife, Alex. We can't wait to meet you. They're all coming out to L.A. during the Dodger series. But I didn't have any interaction with her.
Do you have a beef with her? Because it sounds like it.
No, but you definitely don't know the names, and you're telling me like you do. And that's aggravating as hell.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Do you want me to memorize their socials? What?
Well, I think they'd be foolish to give you their socials. They're worth billions of dollars.
Would you trade me for Alex Cohen?
Oh, no, I told her that already.
You would trade me?
Yeah, I told her. Well,
you would trade me
She really laughed very hard at at one of my videos or a post where I was saying that I'll take Steve. I will take him right now and I'll marry him. And she said that I don't share well.
Oh.
And I said, well, then you can have my wife and I'll take him. And she still wasn't too keen on that.
She wasn't?
No.
She
wasn't. We joked around a lot. We had some fun.
Oh, okay. So she wasn't offended.
No, not at all. We have, like I said, super down to earth, man. Super, super nice. I can't tell you, and I told her this, my mom was a big Met fan, right? It's the last link that I have to my mother in a lot of ways is my affinity for the Mets, her love for the Mets. The Wilpons could own them. It doesn't matter
who's the Wilpons.
They're the ones who own the Mets and sold them to the Cohens.
Oh, so it's only one owner.
Yeah, the Wilpon family owned them.
Used to.
Yes, and they were awful. But my only point is it doesn't matter who owns the team I'm in. I'm invested. So, they could be terrible. It doesn't matter. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be there. I'm still going to buy the tickets. I'm still going to watch the games. But the fact that they were sold to these people who are so fucking cool and so thoughtful and so caring about their fan base, about, like I said, it just makes me really, from the bottom of my heart, it makes me feel really, really good.
About being a Met fan.
That for the first time ever, I can honestly say I'm proud to be a Met fan. Like I said, I was always in, but I was never really proud. We stunk, and you know what I mean? And they would always do stupid shit. We'd be a laughing stock, but I was still in. Now I am officially proud to be a Met fan, and it's all thanks to the Coens. So I appreciate them, and Diane Cohen, and Patty, whoever the fuck she was.
Alex.
Well, I know Alex, trust me. Okay. Alex, Steve, you guys are the best. And I'm just, like I said, I'm over the moon because of the last week with that.
You can't tell at all. You can't tell.
Super excited.
You can't tell. Well, okay, so.
Well, again, I had 2 developments before you jump on my back.
I hope the other one isn't, is it the books?
Of course.
I was going to say, I wanted to guess.
Well
I guessed correctly.
Okay. The second one, when I had the surgery, I was, knocked off my feet for a little bit. So I was lagging with the books. And I finally got the books out, and then I wanted to send books to a class because that's what we've been doing. And this month was actually a pretty big ask. I had the whole 3rd grade. A reading teacher wanted me to send books for the whole 3rd grade. It's 90 students. So I did a post, and within,
a day.
Well, not probably because I did it later in the day, so you know what I mean. But within 40 hours, not to like a full. Within 40 hours, I had every fucking book.
Yeah, I got those for you from the post office. The errands that you were saying that I take forever to do, and I did it really fast.
Sure,
I did.
But again, man, I just really, really appreciate anybody that's taken the time, anybody that's donated.
I mean that was really cool. Like you asked, and then my cousins were like, hey, tell Tommy that first I hope he's feeling better, and we got 10 books. So shout out to Natalie and Alvin.
Absolutely.
Who got 10 books, my cousin, and sent them, and they got there the next day, and then here we are. It's like Santa Claus dragging in a big pile of books.
It was amazing. So
was it all the same books?
Yeah, Charlotte's Web.
Nice.
So all the kids are going to get them. They're going to be real happy. I really appreciate it. You guys have all done a great thing. I promise. These kids love when they get these books. You'll see it in the pictures. You see it in their faces. While we're still on the book front, just to give you an update on my book. First off, I got a little over my head in the sense that it just seemed real easy. All right, I write a book, get them to draw the pictures, publish it on Amazon. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And it wasn't. Like, there's a lot more that entails. There's a lot more that needs to be done. A lot more things that I didn't even think about. Like press release, the group, the launch group, the ISBN numbers, and Ingram Spark. And there's just a lot of shit that I didn't really think about or know about. And like, if you go to do courses online, there's tons of stuff that teaches you how to publish a regular book, self-publishing, but not a lot with kids. So I started following this lady on TikTok, this lady on TikTok, and I hope I don't butcher her name, but it's Kirsten Fassler. I'm going to spell it for you in case you guys want to check her out too. It's K like Kevin, Jersten, and her last name is Fasler. And that's just her handle on TikTok. But she's got great content. She's really got great advice on, what the process is. And I reached out to her, and as happenstance, she knew who the fuck I was. She knew who my wife was. She's a big fan of Bravo. And she's really offered to hold my hand and walk me through the whole process and kind of guide me through it. So I'm super pumped. I want to thank you, Kirsten. I'm looking forward to working with you. She has an academy that she teaches this. So if you guys have any interest out there of learning how to, write a kid's book and publish it, reach out to me, and because I don't have the title offhand, but I could probably get you a discount code or something like that. But yeah, man. So I'm super pumped. I'm super juiced. I'm looking forward to it.
Speaking of the big developments, you guys Tommy is being a good patient. Your neck and your chest had a big incision in both of them, you know? So it's good, like little by little, you're on the mend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got another week with no exercise. And then after that, you can start to maybe, I don't know.
After that, I go see them and they're supposed to turn it on. So I have to go for that checkup. And once they turn it on, they'll tell me whether or not, or once they have that checkup, if everything's okay, they turn it on, and then they'll tell me when I can start exercising.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is it kind of like a pacemaker then, right?
No. I don't know I don't know how a pacemaker works, but this does by remote. So I don't know.
Well, to celebrate my closings last month, Tommy said, why don't you go put on something nice? And we got dressed up as a family. Denim was the theme. We went to a restaurant nearby and had a nice little reservation, little table in the patio. And, you know, we don't go out to restaurants that often lately, especially with dieting, because if you're going to go to a restaurant, most likely you're going to overeat. Yeah. You don't know what they put in the food. You don't know how much butter there is or oil or whatever. And you're sitting there and you're looking around and you're taking it in and you're having a good time. But eating out is not conducive to your fitness, like your fitness goals for the most part.
It's not just that. Like even if you're vigilant and you stay on your diet, who the fuck wants to pay $20 for a salad that you can make at home?
20,
whatever,
for sure more.
Whatever, you know what I mean? Like it's like any of the things. So all right, cool. I'm not going to eat all the good stuff. I'm going to eat healthy. But who wants to pay to eat healthy like that at a restaurant?
Like you're going to go to a restaurant, you want to eat something that's going to be really tasty, not something you can make at home.
Yeah.
So basically, we don't eat out a lot because one of the reasons being that you don't like to eat out a lot.
Yeah, well, that's not true. I like to eat out. I don't like. Shams is at an age now where he's a little bit of a dick. It's hit or, let's put it this way, it's hit or miss. There was a long time there where he was great, where we could go out and he would just sit and chill. Now sometimes, like last night, he faded. You know what I mean? That second, like we weren't. The meal wasn't supposed to be that long, and it wasn't. I mean, the service wasn't great yesterday. So we like you did tell him. We're in a little bit of a rush, and then that kind of bounced off them. They're like, yeah, all right, whatever.
Yeah, we were trying to go to the Getty Center and walk around the museum, but it turned into the first time they came to the table took so long that it was out the door.
Yeah.
But then we were also having a nice time, so we just leaned into it.
Yeah. And again, he's going to be 4 years old, so I get it. We were there at the table
Well, wait,
for
I
want to
hear. No, I mean, forget about Shams being a dick, and that's not true. He's fine. What about you going out to eat? I said
I like going out.
Most of the time we don't go out to eat that often because you don't like to go out to eat that often.
I like to go out to eat. I don't not like to go out to eat.
Okay. So why do you suppose
we've been going out to eat since we've been together? What are you talking about?
Well, but
do I want to go with other people? No.
But so why do you suppose we don't go out to eat more?
You just said it. You've been dieting.
Okay.
Pretty much it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it was nice. Like, it was like sometimes like you don't want to do something often. It kind of spoils the novelty of it, right? And then you go out. I could have gone to that restaurant dressed in a top knot, a baseball hat, and sweatpants, and nobody would have given a fuck.
No.
But I figured that you do it for yourself. You get dressed up with your family for you to have a nice time, put a little pep in your step, right? And, just like more old fashioned, people would dress nicely to go outside. Not like these days where you could be in your grandfather's boxer shorts, roll it over to your hip bone.
Yeah.
And
that's a mother philosophy that you got from Vida. Vida's very big on that. She doesn't like to go out unless everybody's looks good and you have to, she's not about that. Where there are times where you'll go out top knot, sweatpants, like you said.
Most days.
Yeah, not most days. You look good for the most part. But I'm saying there's been times where we've gone for that meal where it looks like we kind of just fallen out of bed and we're at a table eating dinner.
Which is
where she would not be cool with that. You know what I mean? That would be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think that that's something I got from my mom, but it's not just my
I
mom.
didn't say it's just.
It's really when you go out and you look at people who've put effort into their appearance before leaving the house, which like our friends like Jeff Lewis, our friends like a lot of like single people most of the time
90%.
are gonna like, you kind of care more what you look like, because also like being a businesswoman,
And you have the time.
you should kind of not look like. Someone recently said to me, even at drop off at school, the moms that hide under a hoodie and you could tell they like didn't even run a brush through their hair, like that was all of us, like slippers with socks pulled up, like that's new. This is not something that we've been doing for generations. Remember like the casinos, like the days of Bugsy Siegel, people used to get dressed up.
Oh, the airport. For someone went on a flight, it was a big deal to get dressed up on going on
Bingo.
a flight. Yeah.
People would get dressed up to go to casinos, the airports. Like a couple of generations ago, we used to put effort and take pride in our outward appearance.
Not anymore.
No. Nope. I think your girl Britney Spears did it.
It was her fault.
It was part of that genre when Juicy Couture became a thing. All of a sudden,
Barefoot in public restrooms became a thing too.
Was it?
Yeah. That's what she was doing too.
Oh, the gas station bathroom? Yeah. Oh my God. But it doesn't like, and also in Italy, people I noticed laughed at us because in the 2000s, when I went to Italy with my friends, they would look at the Americans and they could spot the Americans from a million miles away because the girls were the sorority girls and the tourists would wear boxers, the Adidas shower slides, and oversized university t-shirts. And that's nobody in Europe would dress.
Oh, look at who they are. Yeah.
Well, they are Italians.
Ooh.
They do make suits, and all the clothes that are worn throughout the world are designed by Italians and some French people.
There you go.
So anyway, look, I mean, you got dressed up with me. Felt good for you, right?
No, I did it because you asked. Otherwise, I was in a different outfit. I already had something else on, and I changed because it was a denim theme.
I did say that.
So trust me, that was all for you. It wasn't for me.
So I figure out what I'm going to wear, and then I say to I figure out what I'm going to wear, and then I say to Tommy, okay, Tommy, the theme of the day is
denim,
nautical, or denim, or whatever.
Yeah.
And you always turn it out, honey.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we go to the restaurant. It was great. We had a good time. The service was going to be what, Tommy? You were going to say? Slow?
Service was just slower. Like I said, she hit them with, we're in a little bit of a rush. And the place wasn't packed that, like, they couldn't accommodate that.
Oh, it was empty.
Yeah. So
it was like at 4:00. We were getting ready to go to a museum.
The dinner rush was starting to come in as we left. So it was about to get busier. You saw the table starting to fill up. But while we were there, it wasn't, we go to, I'm not shouting out the restaurant because at the end of the day.
No, we're not.
We
got
shit our
diarrhea.
pants. We won't shit our pants. Because we were there, and then after the meal, because he started getting a little restless. And I understand. We were there for a little bit. But he also started getting a little bit more restless than I like because he could have been better behaved.
Well, we didn't bust out an iPad or anything.
Whatever, we shouldn't have to.
No.
I mean? They didn't have that 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
No,
what I mean?
on purpose I don't.
Yeah. So,
unless I was going to try and sit there for an longer than normal people
like
have
a
dinner.
meal where there's other people and blah, blah, blah. But we were coming and going, so it shouldn't have been that big a deal.
Which it ended up being a long meal.
Longer than we definitely expected.
Originally, we thought we were going to eat so we wouldn't be hungry at the museum.
Yes. But, as circumstances happened, we didn't. But then we went for a walk around the place. And midway through the walk around the place, my wife was like, yeah, I'm going to need to go to a bathroom.
No, as soon as we got up, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That sound
I know it.
of the scene from
I know it.
Bachelor. What's the girls' movie? The Bachelor Party? Bridesmaids. Yeah. I started to feel nausea. And then I thought, all those people that are on Ozempic that say you don't eat and you lose weight because you're nauseous all the time from the shot.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I was like, I would not ever want to be thin so badly that I would, and all the time too. And all the time too. So I was like, hey, I know I don't eat out very often, but now that I eat out, and I had a really nice dish. I had a sea bass. Like,
Yeah, no, it was
you
good.
and
I mean, I'm not a fan of that, but it looked delicious.
and like with shiitake mushrooms and
Ooh.
like it was a nice entree. It
Yeah.
wasn't like I ate greasy nachos and then I was surprised why I had nausea.
Well, it wasn't nausea. I mean,
No, in the beginning, of when we got up and walked around,
Yeah.
I felt nauseous.
Okay.
And then I didn't say anything when it wasn't that bad. We walked in these high ass fucking shoes, by the way.
Not we, she. My
That-
shoes were fine.
And then I was like, you're okay, you're fine. It's just a couple steps. And then as we start to progress, I'm like, are my shoes too small? Like, what's going on with
my
me?
shoes making me shit my pants? Is am I too high? Am I too high up? Am I too high up? Is that what it is? Is that why I'm gonna do? Is that why I'm gonna shit my pants?
I was trying to play it off. I was trying to be cool, but at the end of the day, I was in a lot of pain. It came from my feet, came from the restaurant, came from the food. Maybe my system is too delicate now because
Yeah,
I'm
it's
such
very-
a healthy person that my body just rejected delicious caloric food.
Yeah, and long story short, not to gross everybody out.
No.
I'm laughing at her, right? So we get home and she runs back and forth to the bathroom and like 4 or 5 times. And I'm and then it hit me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it was like she was done at that point too. Like she got the demon out and then my demon just began. So I think we both shared a salad. That's if I was Columbo.
Could it have been the salad?
Yeah, because I didn't touch her food. She didn't share my food. The only
No,
thing
I had some of
Okay,
Shahs'
yeah,
food.
maybe,
But yeah.
Yeah,
But
we're
you
okay
know,
now.
when
Although I will say,
yeah.
when we were in Chuck E. Cheese, I was by myself
Okay.
and I let one go
Why did
because I still had the demon in there.
Did you
a little
poop?
bit. No poop.
What was the
No poop.
moral to this?
It smelled like I had to get up. I had to get up and leave.
You did it with people around?
No, I was by myself. That's why I did it. Well, I think Chuck E. Cheese was behind me. I think he might have died.
Chucky.
The rat might have died. I think it killed him.
Oh, yeah,
But I had
yeah.
to get up and like walk away because it's like, whoa, I can't have everybody walking over to this because it was just me.
Well,
It was
save
just
the
me by
good
myself.
stuff for the rest of the pod. I mean,
Yeah.
don't. Spoiler alert, we went to Chuck E. Cheese this weekend.
Well, yeah.
No, okay. So here's the thing. If you want to be womanly, like if you want to be a girly girl and you want to be, how do you say it? Like feminine while in crisis.
Okay.
Okay. The way that you.
Oh my dear, I guess I got the vapors. Is that how you do it? Oh. Ooh. Honey child. I don't know what that was.
What is the vapors?
Yeah, that's from a movie. Gas me, man. I think I got the vapors.
Okay, so what happens? Like sometimes people tell you that you don't know very well, like what's wrong. They ask, and then you have to, keep your dignity for God's sake.
yeah.
Keep your goddamn dignity. You don't have to say I have die.
Yeah, I have a demon in me.
You just say,
Where's the restroom? Do you guys have toilet paper? Like a lot? Do you guys buy wholesale Costco toilet paper? Do you is there a lot here?
No.
There's a lot in this establishment.
no, you don't have to say that. All you have to
no.
say is you just
Get the fuck out of my way!
no, you don't have to say that.
Run the water. Turn the water on. Turn the water on. Yeah.
Do you have any vaporizer?
Yeah.
No. You just say, I think something didn't sit well with me.
Yeah, it's not going to sit well with you in about 2 minutes either.
No, you have to there are so many ways to tell people that you have diarrhea without saying it.
Yes, tons.
There are so many ways to say, could it have been food poisoning? Or you could just
That's always the one to go to anytime. I think I have food poisoning.
Or you could just put your hand on your stomach in a very gentle, feminine, soft way and just say,
The baby's kicking. I need to get to, got to
And
drop
you
the
just
kid
say-
off at the pool.
no, and you just say, something just didn't agree with me. Anyway, that's how you get through a tummy crisis without losing your dignity or your femininity.
Yeah.
Okay. With strangers and even your husband.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So great. Yes. We went to a restaurant. Yeah. We got dressed up. We looked cute. We felt cute. We might have even taken a photo.
Yes.
And then we were in the moment. We let go our second reservation so that we could be in the moment and have fun, go to the bookstore, do all the things. And then, like you said, did we talk about it? We had been rained out for multiple weekends. Shams finally had his first T-ball league that it's called the Pony League before they start real baseball games. It is really nice. You get to meet more families in the community and just the whole uniform of it all, his baseball helmet, cleats, his baseball pants, and just the jersey. It was just so cute.
Yeah, he was cute.
And, the skills, they got to come because he's from a long line of athletic parents.
Yeah.
Your mom was athletic.
Yes, she was.
You're athletic.
Yes, I am.
My mom was the ping pong champion.
Yes, she was.
My dad, swimmer, tennis,
you got
everything.
Uncles that were swimmers.
Yep.
Two of my uncles boxed in the Marines, so they
And I'm huge on sports. My whole entire self-esteem came from sports.
Not softball, although she did lie through her teeth and tell me that, I'm a big softball player. I
didn't dazzle you when I played softball.
You didn't know what direction to run.
But I did well.
You're quick.
Yes,
very
I'm
quick.
fast.
Fast and quick are different.
Well, it's
like
both
a bunny.
Good.
She's like a bunny. She's quick. She's quick.
And so is Shams.
Yeah, Shams is fast. Yes.
So I just want to say, if our kid is not athletically inclined and interested in sports, like one of the biggest things ever, like if our kid doesn't get mad that we threaten that he can't play in a game, if like he doesn't behave and we can't use that card because he won't care, we're not okay.
No, we'll have to leave him somewhere.
We'll have to send him back to wherever he came from.
A kid swap, maybe, like they do the wife swap, spouse swap, that show.
Oh yeah,
we'll do the kid swap. You can have ours. We want a kid that could run and jump. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. So Alex Cohen probably is thinking about that wife swap thing.
Yeah,
she was probably like, not only do I not want to be married to MJ, but I don't want to be as po as MJ is going to be, because my current husband, he's got long money.
Well, they both. I mean, they made that money together. They were together the whole time, So there's something to be said. And I got to say, like, I was starstruck when she did it. I was, and I don't get starstruck. We live in L.A., dude. Like, today, T-ball, Alyssa Milano is one of the mothers in the T-ball league. No one cared. You know what I mean? No. It's like happenstance. It's normal, that type of thing. But when this lady slid into my DMs, I was, whoo. I almost fainted.
I can see you now, like sitting there recovering from your surgery.
And I thought it was still under the propofol, bro. You know what I mean?
Having nothing but time.
Yeah, like what is this? No way.
I thought
I was getting punked that someone was doing those screen grabs and some shit.
Let's be real. It takes a lot to excite you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you, when something does get into your skin, like that matters to you, you do tell literally everybody.
Yes. Yes.
Which is like, you think more than 20 people?
Yeah, man.
How many people do you
I told a lot of people that. Like, I didn't post it on social media because I thought that was
going to be bad for the future of your relationship with the Cohens.
Yeah, and I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't want to, it wasn't, that.
How many people? That. How many people? Did you tell 40 people?
No, that's too many.
Did Craig want to join the throuple for you and Steve and?
No.
No.
But I did, again, I was excited. I still am excited. And that was awesome. Made my week for sure.
Well, I mean, anything that makes you happy makes me happy.
Let's not get nuts.
No, right?
Yeah.
I'm lying.
Within reason. As long as it makes you happy too.
Well, I don't get anything out of that except you're walking around town saying it finally paid off.
Yes.
This is what Tommy says.
Yeah.
It finally paid off to marry my wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be affiliated with Mercedes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which was what?
Which was what?
The reason why you and Steve Cohen's family are a thing.
Well, indirectly, because yes, his sister is a big fan of you and us and knows I'm a Met fan. But like Alex Cohen doesn't.
She was never going to meet you any other way.
Yes.
So it's not indirect.
That's not necessarily true, though.
It's not indirect.
That's not necessarily true because now.
How did it happen?
Because people, if you watch or on social, especially Instagram, I only follow my wife. I follow our podcast.
Okay.
And I follow Fight Club.
Okay.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
I follow her now.
Oh, my God.
It's a big deal.
Wait.
It's a big deal.
You didn't ask me if I was okay with that.
No, I did not. I follow her now. But I've seen that she does this. Like she reaches out.
To Bravo celebrities.
No, to fans, to like people that are real good, like
Mets fans.
Yes. So like maybe through that somehow, some way she might have found me.
Oh, that kind of wish I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That kind of
that
puts
could have happened in that regard. But you definitely expedited it for sure.
Well, I guess that's kind of like Rihanna following certain Bravo celebrities.
Like you.
But like not just me.
Yeah, but you.
But
you were very happy.
I was gonna say, but it doesn't mean I don't need to be the only person she follows. She loves other.
Alex Cohen, you can follow whoever you want. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Did she follow you back?
Yeah, again, that's how it happened. She followed me and reached out to say that I am who I am. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Blah blah blah.
Well, a little more credit for the connection. A finder's fee.
Sure.
Now I should be like, Tommy, what's my prize? Do I get another dinner or something?
No, something Mets.
A midday lunch?
I think probably something Mets.
So we're going to have a lot of action coming up in our lives because we've got Persian New Year. We've got the first day of spring. We've got William Shakespeare, Renaissance. For Persian New Year, we're going to teach you guys. We're going to teach our son the tradition. This will be the first year that he'll really start to remember and be able to look back on his life and remember things. Because I think 4 is the furthest back that your memory goes.
Yeah, I don't know. But I do know that he will, like when I asked him, it was so heartbreaking. So we have Sham's party coming up. Okay. So my wife asked me to check to see which of the cars in the back that we have could charge up, because it's like a used car lot in our backyard. We have a bunch of those cars that you could drive around, and a couple of them worked, and we had one that I used to push him, like it had a handle, and I used to push him around, and he went right in it, and he's too big for it. Like he's so big in it, and it just made me think about when, it didn't seem that long ago where I could just push him around up and down the block. And I asked him about it, and he didn't remember.
No, of course not.
You know what I mean? So I think
you could show him the videos, though.
Yeah, no, that's great. But just going off what you said, I think that, if I was doing that now and I asked him a year from now, he would remember that,
If you, I would say one of our favorite videos is Christmas time, you pushing him around the inside of the house with both of you in your PJs.
That's the car we're talking about. That car.
Pushing him around the car, and he was just having the time of his life.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't have a memory of that, it's in his subconscious. Oh, it's in his subconscious.
Absolutely. Everything goes there.
And in his subconscious,
but he looked like Clifford, the big red dog, in the thing now, dude. It was so sad.
I'm going to take a picture.
His legs were just hanging over.
It's not sad though, because you wouldn't be able to play t-ball with him back then.
Well, I can't play t-ball with him now either. He stinks.
And okay, so the happiness and the good memories and the laughs and the joy, that sinks all the way in.
Yeah.
To the babies.
Yeah.
So to follow up with an update on the communication that you and I have had with Dr. Donna, I asked you via text, hey, can you take care of these things this weekend? And one of the things, if not the only thing, was to charge the cars, the He's got a Jeep. He's got a Range Rover. He's got a Mercedes. What does he have? A couple of Raris. I don't know. I'm kidding. I don't know.
And I put them all together, so they're all
rickety.
They're all askew.
Unreliable.
One of them I didn't put together, and that's the only one that's still like good.
Which one is that?
The
Mercedes?
No.
What do we have?
The white Jeep, but not the Mercedes Jeep. The other.
You
Jeep.
did.
No,
the pink one.
No, you're right. The white Jeep I put together, and that one's wonky. It's got the
wheel hits the
Mercedes. The other Mercedes one I didn't put together, and that's the one that's.
Is it a G-Wagon?
Yeah, that's the one Shervin got him. Thank you, Shervin. Shout out to Shervin. But that one Shervin got him, and that one was still cool.
The pink one is the one that's from Steven Weinstock.
Yes. No.
Bravo. Lauren Escalin.
Yes, Bravo.
Lauren Escalin.
Thank you, Lauren. And that one, don't drive. The wheel falls off the back.
Why, you did that one?
Yeah. I did them all except for the one that works.
Okay. Okay.
I thought Shoehead was going to be the guest this week, but apparently he's still not ready. He's like a groundhog. He saw his shadow and he's not ready to come out.
That is exactly the best way to put it.
Yeah, he's not ready to go out there yet into the world.
You know, Mike's case was acquitted. Mike's case was dismissed.
Yeah.
He wasn't acquitted. I think the best outcome for someone who was
acquitted only
charged
happens
with,
if you go to trial and you win. That's
okay.
the only time you get acquitted. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it gets dismissed.
But a grand jury didn't have enough case to take him to trial. So it got dismissed and he didn't even get charged with anything.
Yeah.
Even without, like Jen Shaw, for example, didn't go to trial. She still got sentenced and convicted and was found guilty.
Yeah, but she took a plea.
But Mike wasn't found not guilty. It was dismissed.
Yeah, yeah.
So nobody knows that. You know, it seems like everywhere that I run into people.
He was convicted in the court of public opinion. He was convicted in that right away.
Yeah, you're convicted in headlines.
Yeah, he was convicted in that right away. And it's going to be, the last couple of years haven't been good for Mike, especially on that show.
Fighting with your girlfriend.
Fighting with your girlfriend.
But I don't even know if he
cheating on his wife, cheating on, it didn't look good for him. And he never, a lot of times, especially on those type of shows, they give you some sort of redemption. They give you and he never really got that. And listen, some of that's Mike's fault. Like he felt like, because of what happened with the divorce, that he didn't really ever have to open up again, that he gave them enough. But at the end of the day, if you don't give them more or show other sides of yourself, then they're only going to show you those, they're only going to show certain things, and that's not enough. Especially you're talking about a network that's predominantly women that watch. And when you see, for women, it's not really a good representation of, the Mike that I've met and known, and not that we're close, but Mike's a good guy. You know what I mean? Seems like a good guy. He's definitely not a good boyfriend but that doesn't mean, and especially, and I don't want to belabor any more of this fucking Vanderpump shit. You know what I mean? I feel like we beat.
Oh, we got a good message on the comments.
Yeah, someone was had enough.
I think her name was Alex too. Shout out, Alex.
But again, I've had it like they're all kicking this guy like they're better. You know what I mean? The one chick, Lala, who I know was your friend, she was cheating. She was cheating with the guy that was married, that she has the kid with. You know what I'm saying? Nobody on these shows, that's why they're good in the sense that or that people like them. It's real. It's supposed to be they're supposed to be how people really are. You don't get what goes on behind the scenes where you do with other celebrities. So these people, their lives are out there, and you got to take the good with the bad. Everybody has shortcomings, but to not be someone's friend anymore because they did something, it's crazy to me, dude. But again, and I know I'll take heat for this. I'm Al Cowlings, dude. You know what I mean? If you're my friend, you're my friend. Unless you molest a kid, that's where I draw the line. That's where you and I are not friends anymore. But seriously, if you killed my friend, you know what I mean? You could murder someone, I'm still probably going to write you in jail. I'm still probably going to visit. It's just that's how I am. So I don't see how these people are just kicking someone while they're down when they're their friend. It's it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, who cares about Vanderpump right now?
No, but it's
just
the same
stick
thing with
to
Mike.
Just stick to Mike.
It's the same thing with Mike. Kicking Mike while he's down.
We're not anymore. We're saying that nobody knows that Mike's case was dismissed. And everybody who talks to me, and a lot of people ask about Mike and care about him, think that he might be even in jail and
going to
jail. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
And it threw me off because I don't realize that people out there think that and haven't heard from Mike because they didn't, like you said, they didn't get to, follow a story about what else he's doing.
Or you hear it in bits and pieces. I mean, you even look at the thing that when she went down with me and Reza, like the aftermath and the effects of that, people, like, you just read it like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But it's not their fault. They just spouge it off like it's facts. You know what I mean? Oh, I heard this, or then this happened, and then someone else reads it, and they're like, oh, it's like telephone with kids,
Yeah, people, I think that Mike isn't one of those, and you see this on the Housewives a lot. And on Housewives, they get called out for not, showing more of their lives, and they get away with not really showing their lives because the Housewives can just go from one girl's trip to another girl's trip to another girl's trip. It's just like a lunch with the theme. And then you're going to a roller skate party.
And a lot of those shows, there's 10 of them.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, I'm having a charity. Oh, I'm having a fundraiser. Oh, I'm having every time. It's a theme. Like, you have to wear pink this time. You have to go on a trip. You have to go fishing. No one's actually talking about their lives because they're just getting dressed up to go sit on a Sprinter van and go,
and calling a spade
distract people by Bravo executive producers, distract the audience by showing them the locations and the outfits and the food and the caterers and the venues, right?
Well, calling a spade, they're also not that close, a lot of them. They're close when they're filming, but outside of those shows, they might not be that close. Where Shahs, you guys all were friends. You guys all have relationships. So when you don't have 20 castmates and there's only 4 of you or 4 or 5 of you, and Mike's kind of being standoffish or removed a little bit, it just... You think that you're actually running through the raindrops, but when it airs, you're on Front Street as the guy that's not putting himself out there.
Well, also, Mike's definition of no one turns on you.
Yeah, mine too.
And then your best friend.
Mine too. That's how.
So,
mine too.
Yeah. So your friends don't gut you and leave you for dead, and then 3-4 months later, BFF again.
Yeah, and then wonder why you're acting weird.
Oh, we don't trust each other? Yeah. We have trust issues? Yes. Like what?
Yes.
So, but in all fairness, Mike.
And listen, to throw a little stone here, Mike too. Mike also wants the loyalty of everybody to kind of zip their lip when they know that he's doing shit and then like lie almost on behalf of you, where you can't have both sides of that and be on reality television.
Right.
So there's 2 sides to the coin.
We're favorite nations. We're all getting paid the same. You can't expect to be pulling the less weight if you're making the same check.
Yeah, but I'm not even, for the first time, I'm not even talking about money. I'm just saying, like, you can't expect to have things in your closet that other people know is in your closet and then, talk like that's not in your closet. When you see how they are with them, you know what I mean? Like, at some point, you got to understand that these people are going to throw you under the bus in certain instances.
Because my point was going to be that in reality, in like the ideal world, Mike shouldn't be a main cast. He should be more of a supporting cast because he's got the perfect personality to be a guy that comes in and helps you with your stuff without having the spotlight on him.
That's a great point.
That's his thing. That would be his strong suit.
And he would never tell you that. He probably thinks he's a main cast guy.
Well, he's got main character energy and swag and good looks and style, and he could just bat his lashes.
But for his happiest.
Right.
I'm not talking about for anyone else. I'm not even talking about for the show. I'm talking about for everything to work perfect, where everybody's happy. For Mike's happiest life, it would be that. It would be ancillary. Like more Nima-ish. You know what I mean? Because like
Shervin, for instance.
For Shervin.
Shervin is great at supporting his friends, being a good time, saying funny things, but don't put the fucking flashlight on Shahs.
And what happened when they did? He came across as dull because he kept trying to guard his image a little bit.
He freaked out. He
was trying to guard his image more and more. He was cheating on the girl, and he had a phone in from Australia. It was almost to look like one of those, hostage fucking videos. You know what I mean? No, we were good.
It was
like he really
so
did.
bad.
He really did freak out. Like I said, he smoked cigarettes, and he wanted to smoke.
No.
His mom, like my mom will see this. Like you make it look like he'd ask me to hold his pack of cigarettes on camera because I already smoked. So if that's where you're at in your head, bro, it's not going to come across. And this was when he was more main cast. After the fact, like you're talking about, he was great. Just show up, come right in on a fucking elephant or some shit. You know what I mean? And like in a Bugatti, hey, how's everybody doing? Give a little good advice and then bounce. It worked, and people seem to want that Shervin more.
Shervin was great in being a great friend, landing a helicopter on a yacht, his motorcycles. He does have like the best car collection, like in all of that stuff. And he's a good man. He's a good brother.
Absolutely.
He's smart. He could probably
thoughtful,
give you advice on every single thing. He is the only quarter that you need for the payphone in the jail cell. He's all of those things, but don't focus on him.
Yes.
Don't shine your flashlight spotlight on him because it's not what everyone is cut for and nor should.
Well,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
Most people aren't.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if you can't take, that's the problem. You know what I mean? Like if you can't take that and he can't take that, like he only wants the good representation of him out there. So like that affects him when you're going to shine a light on it.
Well, maybe it shouldn't be a problem. Maybe we should say that leave the vulnerability to the MJs and leave the Captain Savaho to the Shervins.
Yeah.
And since a lot of people don't know where he is in life, and like you said, he didn't have a chance to continue his story, tell his side of the story, and the headlines is the only thing that people read, right? The headlines are the only thing that people read.
Plus,
you don't ever see you read a headline, but then the article might give you a completely different story. And the only thing that you'll read, some people will just keep scrolling down the newspaper.
Yeah, there's the misconception out there too that the show was canceled because of what happened with Mike, which is not true. You know, that the show was already canceled. Mike wasn't coming, or, you know, like that has nothing to do with it. It doesn't have anything to do with why Shahs is not back on TV, the Mike's arrest. They love shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they don't love shit like that, but they don't.
Yeah, come on.
It was.
They love shit like that. The Jen Shah shit, they love shit like that, dude.
To say that Bravo likes drama is one thing, but to say that Bravo supports, you know, domestic violence is another thing.
And they don't support ripping off old people, but they do like when shit happens. They like when shit is in the news.
Well, she wasn't at the reunion.
He was interviewed. He said it himself that I wish she wasn't going to jail.
Yeah.
And then he tried to walk it back and couldn't because he knows what he said. Because again, that creates great drama, dude. It's what they're looking for. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's their business.
Chris Wallace?
Yes. It's what their business is. If you're in that business, you know what I mean? If you're in the cemetery business, you like dead bodies, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. If you're in the drama business, you like drama.
Okay. So the thing is, like, we're hopefully gonna get to have Mike on the show, let him update everybody, hear it from the beautiful cow's mouth. I don't like horse's mouth. I want to change it.
Okay.
I just think, you know, is there another mouth?
Hopefully Mike will come out of his cave and we'll come and we can have an interview and we can sit down and we can shoot the shit.
Do you understand what the groundhog sees his shadow? What is that? How does that determine? So like if the groundhog doesn't see his shadow, then he comes out?
No, then winter's over. winter will be over normal. If he sees his shadow and goes back in, then there's 2 more weeks or 3. There's more weeks of winter.
6 weeks.
I don't think it's 6 weeks. That's a long
This
time.
year it was.
It's not. It's the same thing. It doesn't change. If he sees his shadow, it's the same thing. It's not like this year it's 6 weeks. Or next week if he sees a shadow, next year if he sees a shadow, it's 4 weeks. It's not. It's a standard thing. There's an amount of added on weeks that the superstition or whatever the groundhog brings. Well, 6 weeks is 2 months. It's not 2 more months of winter.
It's a month and a half. I read that the groundhog saw its shadow, and we're going to have 6 more weeks of some winter.
Again, it's a standard number. So whatever the number is, I don't know. But if he saw his shadow, then it means we're going to have more weeks of winter.
I'm excited about, here are the things I'm excited about. I'm excited about my Morpheus 8. Shout out to Dr. Gary Modicke. I got this treatment that you definitely don't want to have without a painkiller, because they do like stamp your skin really deep and they go really slow. Tommy, you said having your laser tattoo removed was painful, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I had a few of them, and it fucking hurts.
Yeah, I think so this is definitely worse because I've had laser hair removal, but so many of you guys are asking me, is it worth it? It's absolutely worth it, because unless you're going to get an actual facelift, like maybe Madonna should have gotten or whatever, but
she did. I think they should put it down.
I think she got filler injections instead of going under the knife. So if you cannot get a facelift because you're too young and you don't need to go in and have, first of all, they cost like $100,000 these days. Facelifts are like $30K plus, and it's a big deal. But something that really tightens your face and tightens your skin is a laser. And yeah, it hurts a little, but they give you numbing cream, like medical grade numbing cream. And I went to our doctor. I asked him for a pain pill. I said, look, I want to get a laser treatment. It's going to be it's going to be painful. So he was like, okay, I'll write you a prescription for a pain pill. And he did. And
That's awesome. I didn't get shit.
Yeah. I thought about, well, but your doctor did your surgery.
Yeah.
You know?
No, they were hell-bent on not giving me any painkillers. It said it. Like, nope, sorry.
Yeah.
Your Tylenol will be good.
That sucks. But anyway, for everyone who asks about the Morpheus 8, it is absolutely worth it. It does work. The effects of the Morpheus laser do improve over time because it is something that's subdermal, and it isn't like a makeup that you're getting a makeup and like once you're done getting glam, you're going to see the effects like immediately. It is something that, yes, you'll see an improvement right away, but it's going to improve and increase over time. So it's something you're supposed to do about anywhere from like 4 to 8 times, and you'll do it about 6 weeks apart. So I'm very, very, very grateful that I'm doing something for skin tightening because, you know, you don't get any younger. Your skin doesn't do you any favors when you lose weight, right? You're exposed to the sun from the time that you're born. And, you know, all my life, I'm always like walking the dog and trying to be outside, having a good time. And I'm always hiding my face from the sun. It's like you can't escape. So, yeah, shout out Dr. Gary Modicke. I follow him on Instagram and his med spa. So anybody who wants to ask, you can always ask at the Till the Dirt page. And as far as Patreon's concerned, thanks for all the conversations that I have with the girlies on Patreon, because I love talking about those things. And it's just, it's what makes the world go round.
Absolutely.
So next week, I think my goal for next week is to start planning Shams's birthday. It's going to be a little It's going to be a little last minute because his birthday is less than a month away. But with everything that's going on, balancing life, your husband, his surgery, your real estate career, your baby, your family, spring, Persian New Year, all the goals and all the things, Last minute Lucy is perfectly okay with me.